This is a how-to video on how to get a criminal conviction expunged in California. We will be going through about 9 different steps, but before we begin, we will explain what an expungement is. The law allows you to ask the court to dismiss your convictions. This legal procedure is commonly known as an expungement. This procedure involves a hearing at which time the court will decide whether to dismiss your convictions, thereby making you a non-convicted person for purposes of most jobs. An expungement is a dismissal and set aside of the conviction. It is likely that your conviction is causing you to fail the background check done by your prospective employer. However, an expungement does not mean that the conviction is wiped away or sealed or purged. The arrest and charges are still there, but next to the conviction, a dismissal notation will appear. An expungement can include jail sentences, which include Penal Code 1170H, also known as realignment. As of January 2018, all state prison cases for non-serious, non-violent, non-sex cases can be dismissed. Step 1. Are you eligible for an expungement? If your conviction resulted in jail time and/or probation, you are eligible. If your conviction is not a 1170H case and resulted in prison time and/or parole, you are not eligible. Step 2. Are you ready to ask for an expungement? If you received probation for the conviction and you completed the probation or got off probation early, you paid all your fines, restitutions, and fees ordered by the court as part of your sentence, you are not currently serving a sentence for another crime, and you are not on probation for another crime, and you don't have pending charges for a new criminal offense, you are ready to ask for an expungement. Or if you were not placed on probation and your conviction was for a misdemeanor or infraction, and at least 1 year has passed since the date of your conviction, you have complied fully with the court's sentence, you are not currently completing a sentence for a different criminal conviction, you don't have pending charges for a new criminal offense, and you have obeyed the law and lived an honest and upright life since the conviction, you are ready to ask for an expungement. Or if you were convicted of a felony and served a county jail sentence under realignment and you completed the mandatory supervision or probation, you have complied fully with the court's sentence, you are not currently completing a sentence for a different criminal conviction, you don't have pending charges for a new criminal offense, you were placed on mandatory supervision and at least 1 year has passed since you completed your felony county jail sentence, or you were not placed on mandatory supervision and at least 2 years have passed since you completed your felony county jail sentence, you are ready to ask for an expungement. An important note, if you violated probation or have not paid all restitution, you still may be ready to ask for an expungement if you can show the court that granting your request would be in the interest of justice. You will need to attach a declaration and include letters of support to show this. Many courts will not grant a request if fines and fees have not been paid. Step 3. Obtaining your criminal record. Where to obtain your criminal record. Your court file from the county of where you were convicted. Go to the clerk's office of the court in the county of where you were convicted and request your criminal docket or your criminal background check, or your Department of Justice rap sheet. You can get this by filing out a request for live scan service form, and you can also obtain a fee waiver if necessary. How to obtain a fee waiver for a rap sheet. If you are low income, you may be eligible to get the $25 rap sheet fee waived. You must still pay the fingerprint fee. Step 1. Fill out the application and declaration of fee for obtaining criminal history record waiver. The application can be found at this link or at the link provided in the comment section of this video. Step 2. Attach proof of your inability to pay. Proof includes a letter from SSI or Social Security, letter from unemployment or disability, copy of Medi-Cal card or food stamp card, or copy of AFDC or General Assistance letter showing your monthly grant. Step 3. Prepare a brief letter stating that you are requesting a copy of your rap sheet because you want to expunge your conviction. You can address the letter at the address on the screen. Step 4. Fax a completed application, proof of inability to pay, and the letter to the number on the screen. Step 5. If your fee waiver is approved, DOJ will send you a pre-printed request for live scan service about 2 weeks later. How to request a live scan service to obtain your rap sheet. If you have obtained a fee waiver, fill out the pre-printed form sent to you from DOJ and make 2 copies. When obtaining your county rap sheet without obtaining a fee waiver, fill out this request for live scan service form and make 2 copies. This form can be found at the Office of the Attorney General's website at the link provided on this screen or at a link provided in the comment section of this video. After you've filled out the request for live scan service, make a live scan appointment. You can get a live scan at the local sheriff's offices in your area. Bring a completed form and copies and a valid form of identification, such as a California's driver's license. An officer will process your request for live scan service and will scan your fingerprint. You should receive your rap sheet in 8 to 10 weeks. Important: make sure that there are no warrants pending before going to the sheriff's office. Step 4. Filling out your request for dismissal petition. You have now determined that you are eligible and ready for expungement and have obtained a copy of your criminal record needed to help you complete the petition for dismissal. This document can be found at the link on the screen or at the link in the comment section of this video. In the box above Section 1, fill out your appropriate personal information. Be sure to include the address where you receive mail. Where it says attorney, put in pro per. Where it says defendant, print your name as it appears in the case you're trying to dismiss. Section 1 is for the details of the conviction. Under code, write the code that was violated. For example, penal code or health and safety code. Under section, write the section number violated. Under type of offense, write misdemeanor, felony, or infraction. Under eligible for reduction to misdemeanor under Penal Code 17B, write yes if the felony is reducible under Penal Code 17B. Under eligible for reduction to infraction under Penal Code 17D2, write yes if the misdemeanor is reducible per Penal Code 17D2. How to read your rap sheet in order to fill out Section 1. The all-important case number is found next to CNT01 and reads #87M****. Under the first count, the defendant was charged with a violation of Penal Code PC Section 484A. On November 10th, 1987, or 1987-1110, the court convicted her, dispo convicted, of a misdemeanor, conviction status misdemeanor, and sentenced SEN to 30 days in jail, no probation. For more help understanding your rap sheet, refer to the link on this screen or to the link provided in the comment section of this video. Check the box at Section 2 if you have a felony or misdemeanor with probation granted. Check box A if your probation was completed and you have no fines, fees, or restitutions owed to the court. Check box B if your probation was terminated early. Check box C if you still own fines, fees, or restitutions, or you were arrested while on probation. Check the box next to Section 3 if you have a misdemeanor or infraction with sentence other than probation. Check box A if you have no fees, fines, or restitutions owed to the court and no conviction within 1 year of this conviction. Check box B if you still owe fines, fees, or restitution to the court, or you have had another conviction within 1 year of this conviction. Be sure to print your name as it appears in the case you are dismissing and the case number for your conviction in the box on the second page of the petition for dismissal. Check the box next to Section 4 if you have a misdemeanor conviction under Penal Code Section 647B. check the box next to Section 5 if you have a felony county jail sentence under Penal Code Section 1170 H5. Check A if more than 1 year has passed since you completed the felony county jail sentence with a period of mandatory supervision imposed under Penal Code Section 1170 H5B. Or check box B if more than 2 years have elapsed since you completed the felony county jail sentence without a period of mandatory supervision imposed under Penal Code Section 1170 H5A. At the bottom of the page, be sure to sign your name, date, and address. A declaration is required if you check box 2C, box 3B, box 4, or box 5 of the petition, or if the conviction you want dismissed is for Vehicle Code 12810A through E, or if you are trying to get a felony reduced to a misdemeanor. The declaration is your story and should help the judge grant your request. Here are some helpful tips in filling out your declaration. You should start out by stating, I am requesting that the court grant my request for dismissal, as a dismissal would be in the interest of justice. Or if applicable, I am requesting that the court grant my request to reduce a felony to a misdemeanor and dismiss the case because it would be in the interest of justice. Be sure to include what was happening in your life at the time of conviction. Also, your most recent incidents of criminal activity, including arrests. Further, include how and why your life has got back on track. Mention what have you learned from your mistakes, what have you done to rehabilitate, and what you are working towards. What support systems do you now have in place that will prevent you from committing offenses in the future? And conclude by stating, this is why I need these clean slate remedies. It might also be helpful to include letters of support. You should submit letters of support if you checked box 2C, box 3B, or box 4 of the petition, or if the conviction you want dismissed is for Vehicle Code 12810A through E, or if you are trying to get a felony reduced to a misdemeanor. Letters of support can be written by anyone who knows you, family, neighbors, clergy, employers, co-workers, sponsors, etc. Opportunity for others to write about your character, family life, religious and or community involvement, professional or personal goals, and the ways you are working towards these goals. Each letter must be signed by the writer and should include the writer's phone number and other contact information. The declaration form can be found at the link on the screen or at a link provided in the comments section of this video. Step 6. Order for dismissal. In the box above Section 1, enter your personal information. On the address section, be sure to include the address where you receive mail. For attorney, write in pro per. As a defendant, print your name as it appears in the case you're trying to dismiss. On the second page, print your name as it appears in the case you are trying to dismiss and the case number for conviction in the box above Section 6. This form can be found on the link on the screen or in the link provided in the comments section of this video. Leave the rest of the form blank for the judge to fill out. Step 7. Filing your petition. Make 3 copies of petition and all other supporting documents, such as a declaration, order of dismissal, and proof of service. Take the original and the 3 copies to the criminal clerk's office in the court. The clerk will stamp all the copies and will keep one and return others to you. A fee may be charged, so qualifying individuals may obtain a fee waiver. Fill out the fee waiver form and make a second copy. Provide this form to the clerk when filing your petition. The fee waiver form can be found at this link on the screen or in the link provided in the comment section of this video. Step 8. Proof of service. You will need to serve/provide a copy of your petition and supporting documentation to the district attorney's office and probation if that was part of your sentence. This can be done in person or over the mail. An adult 18 years or older must do the service for you. You cannot do it yourself. The person who does the service for you should complete the proof of service form and then file this form with the court. You must serve a copy of the petition 15 days before the hearing. This proof of service form can be found at the link on this screen or at the link provided in the comments section of this video. Whoever serves your petition must fill out this form and file it with the court. Step 9. Hearing. The court will fix a hearing date for your petition within a month. Be on time to your hearing, dress conservatively, and respond respectfully to the judge. Bring your personal copy of the petition, declaration, and any letters of support you filed with the petition prior to the hearing. If your petition is granted, the court will enter the appropriate order, and the judge will finish completing the order for dismissal form that you already filed with your petition. After my expungement/dismissal is granted by the court, can I say I have not been convicted of a crime on a job application? Effective January 1st, 2014, public and private employers may not ask applicants about criminal convictions that have been dismissed or sealed, so you may say that you have not been convicted of a crime. There are some exceptions to this requirement that employers not ask about sealed or dismissed records in the following circumstances. The prospective employer is required by law to obtain that information. The job position requires the applicant to possess or use a firearm in the course of his or her employment. An individual who has been convicted of a crime is prohibited by law from holding the position sought by the applicant, regardless of whether that crime has been dismissed or sealed, or the employer is prohibited by law from hiring an applicant who has been convicted of a crime.